Beep.
Let's hecking go. You know, like
Let's
I said,
hecking go.
we should be censoring everything out with the Ketsui beep.
That's
I mean,
true.
you pretty much hear it in like every single run. Even if you're not playing Ketsui, you hear the run.
So the audio we're gonna hear is PKE's audio.
Oh, and PKE is starting. So right off the bat, we're gonna do a Zako E-lock on these little two ships here. You're gonna get 20 multiplier. Normally if you shot kill these two little popcorn, you're gonna get 10 multiplier. But what Zako empty locking is you can actually empty lock popcorn, and the input is a little bit more complicated than the mid-sized empty lock, which is why in Japan there's actually two terms, one for Zako empty lock and one for just normal empty locking. What empty locking is that against a lot of enemies, if you kill an enemy with shot and you hold down lock during the explosion part, you actually get extra ships without cashing out your multiplier. It's like ideally you want to empty lock everything instead of shot killing things.
Shoutouts to Depop for the sub. I just saw that.
Yeah, and right now PKE is already at 880 multiplier. At this level of play, you expect 900 to like 850 multiplier on the first mid boss.
That's crazy.
And he's gonna do a bit of milking on the mid boss too. He's gonna milk the missiles for extra chips as well.
Right. I always love when you kill the mid boss with the full 5 chips and you get that massive just flood of 5 chips off it.
Yeah.
So this is
So
already
we may
stage 1. You
explain
can
also
see the empty lock
chips in
come into
general
action.
and the multipliers, how those work.
Yeah, so you have 3 multipliers. You have the top stage multiplier, you have a middle multiplier, and you have a chip timer. So basically, when you kill something with shot or empty lock, you're going to be refreshing your chip multiplier and that kind of sort.
Ooh.
And
That was swag. Sorry.
actually, right now, I can't really explain it because there's a lot of action going on. PKE is already at the first boss.
That's Moglar on the left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Moglar. And we're
Yeah.
going to be expecting super players to be milking this boss for chips. What they're going to do is they're going to cancel the missiles boss parts in time with the missiles so that they can get extra 5 chips from them.
Yeah.
And both of them are actually doing the safe strat, where you immediately kill the top left pod. If you don't do that, you can do a much more risky and dangerous milk. It's worth a little bit more score, but you have to dodge a much harder pattern initially.
Yeah, and for people who haven't played Ketsui much, even for a somewhat experienced player, like, already out the gate, this boss milk, when I try and do it, I mean, it makes me nervous, you know? It's not a walk in the park, even though it's stage 1.
Yeah. So, at the super plate here, you're gonna get to like maybe 21 to 22 million worth of score, and we already see 20.5.
Okay, so remember everyone, they have resets available up to the end of stage 2. So they're both out of stage 1.
I didn't know, interesting.
Yes, so they have 2 resets in stage 1 and 1 reset in stage 2. So those are still on the table right now. If something goes horrible.
Neck and neck still.
Yeah.
So Pekka got 21.7 after stage 1, which is pretty insane in a live setting.
Yeah. So here in stage 2, there's 2 little scoring tricks. Ooh. The little grade choppers, during their death animation, they actually just sputter out 5 chips. And little turrets right before the stage 2 mid-boss. If you hold down lock a split second afterwards, they do like a second explosion. And if you have a chip chain, they will shoot out extra chips. Now, right now, we're on the stage 2 mid-boss. And there's a very well-known strat where the stage 2 mid-boss's background loops infinitely, and you want to kill the stage 2 mid-boss right as this background starts to loop, so that you can get extra Zako enemies after you kill the mid-boss.
Yeah, I always wondered when I first saw super plays of this, like, why aren't they delaying the kill? I couldn't ever quite figure that out, but it's because it spawns more of these oncoming choppers called Zako.
Yeah, and right now Pecky's going through the rush. These large planes, you ideally want to empty lock, but the spirals of these ships are actually have a random initial angle, so sometimes it makes it very difficult to empty lock them.
That's crazy.
Here you. So I think we have a little bit of downtime. We can explain sort of what empty locking is.
Yeah, go ahead.
What empty locking is if you kill an enemy with shout, like I said, and you hold down lock during their explosion animation, if you have a chip chain alive, then you're gonna get extra 5 chips. And you're gonna see this a lot from the stage 2 boss. Actually, the stage 2 boss, what they're gonna do is they're gonna kill one tread and they're going to weaken another tread. So they're gonna keep this one tread alive. You can see Moglar kind of doing it right now.
Yeah.
Because during stage 2, during the second phase of this boss, they're gonna be killing this one tread when the grenade shoots out, and it'll cancel the blue bullets into extra 5 chips.
I never knew that. Is that at all
Yeah, so you
useful
can see it
in
right
survival
now.
as well, or not just purely scoring?
It's just scoring.
Yeah.
It's pretty risky because you have to dodge a bit extra of the grenade attack.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
he's
He
actually
just
doing
had to
a pretty
dodge
safe
more.
strategy where he's weakening one of the treads. Usually, what you'll see him do on stream is he'll try to do a 2-tread milk, but he'll do the same thing twice. But you have to dodge the grenade pattern like way more. And in Ketsui, subsequent if you do more and more of the attack of like the same phase, then subsequent cycles have
Oh,
harder
wow.
patterns.
So PKE entered stage 3 with 58. Moglar entered it with 52. So right now, PKE's edging him out a little bit score-wise.
Yeah, we're gonna see a really cool trick right now. Basically, the large ship in stage 3, that giant delta plane, it's actually called a golden bat. Shoutouts to Garega.
Nice.
And if you actually point blank one of these golden bats, here you can see it on Moglar's screen right now. If you point blank it like that, super speed kill it, you get 2 extra gray choppers. See, you can see the first one here and
Right.
the second one here.
I've always wondered why they did that, other than, it looks swag as hell.
Yeah. So here, what he's gonna do is there's this little section. You can actually, if you empty lock all of these little popcorn that are coming at you, you can actually get to 999 multiplier, and he's gonna then kill. He's gonna then kill that little boat there.
Oh, everyone's favorite section coming up for Moglar, the boat. Explain real
Yeah.
quick so I'll explain it real quick. If you kill this boat's parts in the correct order, it will unlock
You have
a
to
hidden
kill all of
extend.
them before you trigger the final phase. You're
Yes.
gonna get an extend. What super players are gonna do here is they're gonna try to speed kill all of these parts and speed kill this mid boss, because what you want to do is
Look at
depending
that.
on how fast you get them, you get bonus choppers at the end. You can get ideally you can get 6 bonus choppers. but
Holy
that's,
crap.
Like, very, very difficult. Usually
See the
what
extend
super
right
players
there?
will do is they're gonna get 5.
So let's count them.
Yep. And
1,
another Vinogradov
2,
trick is
3,
when you is Vinogradov's
4, 5. Okay, so he got 5.
yeah. Another trick that Vinogradov has is if you kill the mid boss, the explosion animation is long enough that you can just shot kill one of the boats that are nearby to get lots and lots of 5 chips. And you saw both players do that. And now they're at like 900 multiplier after the mid boss too.
So a quick score check. PKE still edging out Moglar just a little bit, but it's the gap is getting closer and closer, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Moglar's catching up.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry I have to refresh my stream, but they're gonna do this really cool swag thing at the end of stage 3. This final golden bat, you can actually just spin around it. Do it.
There he goes.
Flag around the world
Yeah,
dodge,
PKE
and
just
it's
did it.
Really freaking awesome.
That reminds me of in Dodonpachi when you get stuck in stage 5 on that opening tank section. If you don't know what to do, around the world will save you sometimes. So that's what it always
Yeah,
reminds me of.
This first phase of of the stage 3 boss, you can actually just empty lock it, like with the Zako empty lock input, for lots and lots of 5 chips, and you're probably gonna see them both go for it. It's actually pretty tough because you have to wait this one pattern out and then dodge it unfocused. Oh no, they're just gonna shot kill it for safety.
Yeah. The marathon
Oh, wait,
strat's
PKE's
coming into
actually
play.
going for it.
Pega went
PKE's
for it,
going
yeah.
for it,
Did he get it?
and he got it.
Nice.
Got the empty lock.
So how much of an advantage is that score-wise now? Is that a big one or just a little edge?
I think it's a bit of an edge. You can also empty lock this. What you're going to see them do is they're going to see them shot kill one of the wings and then empty lock the other wing. And this last pattern here, this last pattern is one of the most recognizable attacks of the stage 3 boss. All you do is just hug the blue walls and the red bullet, and you will automatically dodge the red bullets. The red bullets are just there to, like, you know, kind of confuse you.
Yeah.
But if you just go through, if you just hug the blue walls, it's very safe. And this is very well known.
Yeah, I remember when I first played
Moglar with
Ketsui, I was like,
million.
what is this crap? When I got to that pattern, I was like, okay, come on. And then I found out about that. I was like, oh, okay.
111 million.
Here comes stage 4. This is so how powerful is this stage scoring wise, KZ?
So super players can get up to like 50 mil. So usually stage 3 and stage 1 you can get 22. Stage 2 you can get like 38. Stage 3 you can get somewhere between like 50 and 55 or so, and stage 4 you can get 50. That's like at the 272-80 million level.
Okay, so not too much different than stage 3 then?
Yeah, even it's actually pretty crazy. You can get a lot of score in this stage if you know what you're doing. And the first half of stage 4, you actually empty lock like crazy.
I could see that.
You can see that you can see them doing like weird things in the popcorn, or just giving like a 5 chip and a 4 chip. That's empty. That's them doing Zako empty locking.
Here's this mid boss. One of my favorite mid bosses ever. I love fighting this guy. I think the patterns are a lot of fun.
So you're gonna see super players. What they're gonna do, what they're both gonna try to do, is they're gonna wait this pattern out, the first phase out a little bit, because on one of the red aimed waves, what you want to do is you want to actually just get up in its face and you want to empty lock it. You want to shot kill it and hold down lock during its phase transition, and you're gonna see them get a lot of 5 chips there.
There it is, right there. PKE just did it.
Nice. So now, and that makes it much more difficult because you have to dodge the entirety of this blue wave attack, which is pretty difficult.
Yeah. Yeah, especially the second time around, it gets more aggressive, doesn't it?
Now, the large raid chopper that comes down, that enemy is called a nightmare, and you'll see why. These enemies are literal nightmares.
Yeah, they are. I hate these
guys. The way you
guys.
score them actually is you wait for them, you kill them with lock, and then during the explosion animation, you shot kill one of the popcorn net nearby with a 5 chip, and you'll get a lot of 5 chips from the explosion.
Man, both of them are playing amazing right now. This is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, maybe there's something magical about Slam 2 so far.
And it's just insane.
Yeah.
It's still Ura pace.
Yeah, no mistakes for either.
Yep,
they were out of their reset zones long ago.
This, little enemy here, you're gonna see them wait it out so that the the popcorn enemies above them are gonna spawn, and they're gonna use that to chip chain that.
And can we just take a moment to appreciate how amazing this game looks? So if you guys are tuning into Shmup Slam for the first time, if you're kind of new to Shmups, you want to see a quality one, Ketsui is one of the best.
Yeah, this is actually not PKE's best. He's just doing like relatively safe strats, because on stream he goes for some crazy shit.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry for cursing.
Basically playing it safe, right?
Yeah.
But
well,
still,
quote unquote safe for him.
I mean,
Safe.
Them, right?
Huge air quotes. Huge air quotes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like true safety is just like throwing bombs everywhere. You know what I mean? But safety as far as the tier they're playing at, but it's still the danger levels are absurdly high in this game. So this boss, I have a love-hate relationship. How do you feel about this one?
I think this is the hardest patterns are the funnel pattern. That pattern is kind of random, and the disco ball pattern. So here Moglar's on the funnel pattern.
Nice, he just moves forward on it.
He's gonna get to the disco ball pattern right now. What you basically do on this disco ball pattern is you lock onto the disco ball and you try to get it over with as possible.
Yeah.
And then you go up to the top of the screen, and that's a little safe spot for those like line patterns over there.
And here he goes, the spinning vortex. I don't know what you call it, but
yeah, the spinning vortex pattern is actually kind of easy. You actually just tap dodge it through, but it takes a little bit of getting used to when to like slow down,
Yeah.
when to tap down slowly, and when to tap really quickly, because these little spirals are kind of random.
Yeah, and I had a hard time when I was first learning this because
All right.
it's all
And
about the
Moglar's-
timing.
Moglar's on the stage 5, and he's got like a 151.
Looking
152
great so
going?
far. Looking amazing.
Yeah, 152. It's pretty good.
These dudes have nerves of steel, or they're just so good at this game, maybe they're not even nervous yet. They're like, okay, loop 1, who cares about loop 1? Not a big
Yeah.
deal. Okay, so how are we feeling about this aura right now? What, KZ, at what point is it going to be most dangerous for them to get killed or bomb? Is it the elevator?
I'd say like pretty much every part is dangerous depending on where they, what tricks they do.
Okay.
So like here, what you want to do against the air conditioner enemy here is he's gonna like go scoot up. He's gonna kill some of these popcorn that are above the air conditioner, and then he's gonna go down and 5-chip that enemy over there.
I always felt like this section
What
is...
you want to do, and then you want to empty lock all these little popcorn enemies, and you want to be at like 800 to 900 multiplier, and you basically just want to stay at that multiplier throughout the entire stage and throughout the first half of the game, because of the stage actually, because the mid boss is worth its base value is worth more than Doom, and it's so much that you want to just capitalize it by ideally being at like around like 950 to 999 multiplier.
If they drop their multiplier before then, is that a massive score loss, or is that a big deal?
They're not going to unless they die. It's
okay.
It's not Dodonpachi.
Okay.
You don't just like, do it unless you like mess up a lot in one chip.
Yeah, so that enemy
Here's
there...
the extra extend.
Yeah,
if you kill
love that
the
thing.
Tiger and the Panzer clone here, you get without bombing, you get a 1-up. They're gonna empty lock the little buildings before that because they want to keep their multiplier high.
So Casey, why are they sitting... Oh, never mind. I found out. Answered my own question.
They're gonna sit on these little gray choppers here because you actually want to preserve that gray chopper until the mid boss, so that you can 5-chip chain one of the little turrets.
Right.
So this mid boss Trafalgar has 4 destructible parts for its first phase. You got the 2 eyes on top, and then you got little 2 turrets in the middle.
Right.
What you want to do is you want to destroy all 4 of those. You want to destroy 3 of them, and then once you destroy phase 1, like the last boss part will automatically be destroyed. So you can see that Moglar's already destroyed 3 of them, and he's working on
This pattern
killing
is always trouble.
the first phase.
And here comes the rush, right?
Yeah.
There it is.
So the way the stage 5 boss mid boss works is that it's very similar to stage 2, where it's got like an infinitely looping background, and you want to kill it at the right time to trigger the most enemies. What you can do is you can actually Zako empty lock all of these enemies that are coming near you.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, wait.
Okay, Moglar got nailed.
I just got to it, sorry.
One, you are down.
So Moglar got hit, so he's a mote right now.
Dang. Yeah, but you can Zako empty lock all of these things so that you can lock some of the little Zako to cash out your multiplier a little bit, then quickly replenish it back to 999.
I'm really interested to watch.
Because you can like really capitalize if you have a very high multiplier here.
Yeah, this section. Yeah, exactly. And
I'm actually interested in seeing if PKE does the crazy trick where you can actually empty lock the stage 5 nightmare that's coming up.
So
Moglar's
Moglar's
already into this bit.
Moglar's safety bombed because he's already a mote, so why not, right? He's already in the mote.
He's actually doing a safety empty lock here. If you bomb there, you get 3 extra ships instead of 2. What PKE is gonna do is he's gonna.
PKE went for it actually. He got the 4 ships on the nightmare. That's insane.
Oh my god! He actually got the nightmare.
Why is he doing this?
Okay, so
Why is he
PKE
doing
made it
this?
through the elevator.
That trick is worth like an extra million at his level. It's
too messed
crazy.
up.
Oh my god. Like, he went from like doing safety strats to like being super confident and cocky enough to where he can actually do that nightmare empty lock. It is very, very difficult.
And still on Euro pace.
Yeah. Here what they're gonna do for the land. Oh, is he gonna go for the crazy spiral section? By the way, Mark, shout out to Star Fox. Those little like enemies that shoot the little spiral bullets.
Yeah.
Those are actually called landmasters.
Nice. Showing respects to the Star Fox.
Here what Moglar's gonna do is he's gonna go right down the middle, and he's gonna speed kill that middle enemy here, so that he gets 4 waves of the little popcorn, and he's gonna empty lock all of them.
So I'm really interested to watch Moglar as well, to see how he recovers from that death, like mentality-wise. Because I know for myself, whenever I play a cave game and I get a death,
he's already used to just omoting like crazy.
Yeah. So he
right now, both of
seems
them
to be doing
wanna
a good
lock that little
recovery.
building before the Panzer Rush, because what you want to do is you want to be at like 999 multiplier, because these Panzer clones are very, very profitable. And already right now you can see Moglar approaching the boss at like 228 million, and PKE is going at 240.
So PKE is
we're actually going to see a U alive.
Yeah, he might do it.
Because
I mean,
this is happening to us.
how likely is it for him to die on this boss, KZ? I always struggle with it,
I don't
but
know.
I struggle with it, but
I saw Moglar at 270 pace die on the very, very last like sliver of health on this boss.
the last attack is no joke.
Yeah, so you can never be sure. For the first phase of this boss, you want to actually lock onto the top right arm like they did, because it does the most damage.
Really?
And because your multiplier is like slowly whittling down during each boss fight, speed kills are kind of important unless you can like milk chips to compensate for that.
So far, so good for both of them.
Yeah.
I'm nervous, and I'm just sitting here watching it.
Oh my God, is PKE actually gonna do it?
He's closing in. He's still got to get through the final attack. Moglar's about got him here.
Right now, it's worth noting the distinction between Omote and Ura.
Yeah. So Moglar is now Omote.
Way harder than Omote, and the reason why is because your the base patterns are all the same, except the suicide bullet clouds are extra thick in Ura, and all of the bullet speeds are like
faster.
1.5 times faster.
Yeah. So in Omote, the scoring system completely changes.
He fucking did it!
Oh my God.
Holy shit.
55 million loop 1 for Moglar.
276.
Wow, that's actually really
See,
insane.
you get special round.
Fuck, dude.
You know how much PKE usually gets in his like crazy streams? He usually gets like 282 to like 287. Because what he wants to do is he wants to aim for a 290 million stage loop 1, which is absurd.
Still though, live, he's got a killer score going, and
oh yeah.
So now we can see side by side the differences between Omote and Ura.
Yeah.
So this is like
the Omote suicide bullets are a lot slower, and the Ura ones are a lot crazier, and they're also just like a lot wider too. So you have to macro dodge a little bit more.
And the ceiling range as well is different, right? So with the Ura suicide bullets, you have to be really close to see them.
Yeah. So Tiger's actually much more difficult than Panzer in this loop, because you don't have enough leeway to dodge all this stuff. Ooh, and you can see the suicide bullets just pretty much got him. This is still pretty crazy though, like 276 million loop 1 live.
I mean, they can't take Ura away from him. He's in it now.
yeah,
so
he's in it.
Doesn't matter.
So now
Just
it's like,
fly around,
yeah, it's whatever.
blow shit up.
Oh my God, yeah.
How punishing is a 2-1 death, Casey? Is it really not that big of a deal? It is?
So Moglar actually did his first Ura 2-all, got like 440 I think, and died in 2-1, and his latest Ura 2-all doesn't die in 2-1, and it's like a 15.3 million upgrade in PB. So
what's the deal? Why is the death a big deal?
Because not only do you lose out on multiplier, but all of your end of stage bonuses for lives and bombs is doubled in the loops.
Oh, if you no miss it.
Yeah. So
Okay.
you ideally want to just no miss as much as possible.
Okay.
Here in the loops, they're not going to actually go for any milks whatsoever, because they don't give you any chips.
Right, and quickly,
also, it's just,
we should probably
just a lot
explain that the
crazier,
scoring system's like totally different in the second loop.
Yeah, there's no more chips. It's just mostly about revenge bullets. In Omote, you actually want to be as far away from the revenge bullets as possible, so you're going to see him dodge like lower on the screen. In Ura, the way you get multiplier is you have to be on the top of the screen. You want to be like up in the enemy's face at all times.
Which is just brutal. Because not only is it more thick, but it's also, you know, your reaction time's cut down with the bullet speeds as well.
Yeah.
Cave's
So
just
remember-
trolling you at that point, basically.
Remember how in the first loop of Ketsui, they wanted to maximize the amount of popcorn enemies they get from the stage 2 mid boss?
Right.
Here, the stage 2, here the popcorn enemies spawn so many revenge bullets that you really don't want to like maximize the amount of enemies because you're gonna get walled.
Just the
and you're
risk
gonna have
reward
to
isn't
bomb.
there, it sounds like.
Yeah. And especially in Ura, like the suicide bullet clouds are like extra thick. Just look at it.
Moglar playing really solid so far. His Emote loop's looking really good.
Yeah. And
So,
as
do you want to
can see-
quickly, because I'm not sure, how big of a difference is it scoring-wise? Well, let's say they both play really well from this point forward. What are
Yeah,
the
so,
scoring differences going to be?
So Ura, I believe, gets more scoring just overall.
Yeah,
Like the world record for Ura is 583, I believe, and the world record for Emote is like in the low 500s.
right.
Now this could be because like more talent goes towards an Ura loop, but Moglar's like PBs for Emote are like 430, like in the 420s, 430 ranges, and he usually gets like, you know, low 400s. For his Ura PBs, for his Ura scores, he's gotten at least 440.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of this is due to the extra bullets, because extra bullets means extra multiplier.
So coming
Ooh,
into...
nice little like dodge there.
Yeah, man. I'm looking at both back and forth, and man, the Aura
Ooh.
loop here just looks absolutely filthy with all those suicide bullets.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a
they're doing lot more
distinguishing
micro
feature of
dodging. They're doing a
Ketsui.
lot more macro dodging, and you can definitely see that the suicide bullet clouds cover a lot more of the screen, and you don't really want to dodge through them.
Right. No.
They
It kind of almost has like a little bit of a Psycho feel to it, the way those suicide bullets work. You know, their bullet speeds
Yeah.
and everything.
they're aimed. They're not aimed at you, but they're aimed in your general direction,
Right.
which makes it very difficult.
So they're even harder to sort of manipulate.
Yeah, they're not just like, you know, here's this random mess. Now here what they're gonna do for the stage 2 boss is you can actually manipulate the positioning of this boss for the grenade attack to make it easier. So you can see like what they did or what he's gonna do.
Both of them
is
safety
they're gonna,
bombed. Is that standard on that boss?
No.
Okay,
Usually
both of
what
them
you
did.
wanna- Usually you want to no miss, no bomb up to the stage 3 boss, because the stage 3 boss is the Tiger Killer. The stage 3 boss, you have like a planned bomb on phase 1. But the loop 2 version of that pattern is no joke.
Oh, I
Grenades
don't
too,
doubt
like,
it.
Grenades is insane. Like
I'm taking a look at his
they're gonna-
scores.
they're gonna
Yeah.
do a lot more safe strats. You obviously don't want to be point blanking the golden bat like you do in loop 1.
Right. I know that in
And you wanna-
Donanpachi, bullet sealing in the second loop becomes very, very dangerous because the larger enemies don't care. They will shoot you no matter how close you are. Is that also true in Ketsui in the second loops?
No, actually, I believe in Ura, the revenge bullets actually get sealed the closer you are to them.
Okay. So
I
they kind of
believe
took that
in-
into
so-
account.
Yeah, I believe in Ura that actually adds a little bit to your multiplier. I'm not really too sure, but in Omote it detracts from like your overall multiplier.
That's
gain that you
interesting.
get.
So like you said, in Mote, you just want to keep your distance most of the
You
time.
want to keep a bit. You want to be safe, but you also want to keep your distance. In Ura, like you absolutely want to get in their faces. And this is actually kind of rough.
So here's another score. Oh man, got nailed there. I call that the trade, where you
Another
get
feature
killed on
in,
that mid boss
another
and then
feature
pick up
in
the extend.
Ketsui is that both of the fixed extends you get in both loops.
Yeah,
So they're gonna get 2 extra extends from this loop right now. And here they're gonna here PKE's like on my screen. He's approaching the stage 3 mid boss final, and they're actually gonna kill the like little ship because of how dangerous it is.
Yeah, that ship can.
You're not gonna save
sneak
it
up on
want
you.
Extra choppers, and you're probably gonna get like I believe they usually get around like 4 choppers instead of 5.
Right. So if you want to be extra safe, would you delay the kill on that a little bit just to cut down on the amount of choppers?
I'm not sure. I think the choppers are like kind of easy to dodge, but it's like more of the other things.
Right.
Though I don't have experience in the loops, so I can't really say.
So Moglar's already made it to the boss.
Yeah.
And you can just tell immediately how
kind of a bit of like there's a bit of a distance because Moglar is at the boss. He's at 305 million. He's gonna bomb the first phase of this boss because it walls you in really quickly. PKE is as well.
They're pretty closely synced, all things considered. You know, I'm pretty surprised.
Here you can see the difference between Loop 1 and Loop 2, where like those aimed blue lines have like these wider angles to them.
Yeah, man, that looks brutal.
Oh, but
Whoa!
They're about to get to like stage 4, and stage 4 is absolutely brutal. Especially
does hugging the lines still work in Emote?
Yes, it does, but you have to be at the bottom of the screen instead of like partway up.
Right.
And as you can see in Omote and Ura, like the base pattern is the same. It's just that Ura is a lot faster. Whoops,
right.
Sorry.
Yeah. So overall, how would you compare the boss fights between the two? Is it a significant jump between just boss fights alone, or is it
difficulty-wise?
Yeah, because if the patterns are similar,
like, there's certain patterns in some of these bosses where you just auto-bomb because of how difficult they are. And another one that's coming up is going to be like the Ura 2-4 boss fight where you auto-bomb some of these patterns. Like the around the world spinny pattern is like impossible in Ura to do.
Right. Can Panzer hit that pattern? Does he have enough speed?
I'm not really too sure. I haven't like watched a lot of like Panzer Ura runs.
Do you know Plas?
Pretty much every Tiger Ura run I've seen has bombed that last spinny pattern. Ooh, and another death for PKE.
Oh. He's still though looking solid.
Yeah.
So how many resources?
It's like a 50 mil difference.
Yeah. So how many resources do you typically need to clear? Well, a Doom, I guess, for PKE.
Doom? I'm not really too sure. Like, I've definitely seen a lot of Doom no misses, and Doom no miss is certainly a lot more doable than say a Hibachi no miss.
Okay. So it is possible, like, when it comes down to it,
are hard,
to always get it.
Like, there are patterns but they are pretty dodgeable, except for the final.
Yeah, I remember last year, Moglar did one.
Do on the stage 4 mid-boss is they're going to do a safety strat. You can see them, like, not trying to, like, speed kill it, and because what they want to do is two things. They want to milk suicide bullets and multiplier from the blue attack.
Yeah.
And they also want to kill it. They also want to time the destruction of it so that they don't have to really dodge through the second phase blue attack, because you don't really want to have to tap through that and turn around.
Yeah, I remember Moglar telling me about that.
So you can see PKE. He's gonna dodge like the last half of that blue attack, and then he's gonna dodge like half of the second wave of the blue attack, and he doesn't really have to like turn around, and that's what makes that fight a really difficult fight if you like actually have to turn around during that fight.
So how? I'm looking at the Aura run here, and it doesn't look like the nightmares are as aggressive in it as I expected. Is that just my eyes deceiving me, or are they not as aggressive as expected?
Like, they aren't doing more. They aren't doing aggressive scoring tricks.
Right.
It's really just not worth it. I'm not really sure why they do it. I think it might have to do with safety and the fact that you don't really get more from it.
Right. So this is probably obvious, but I want to just clarify. They cannot get any more scoring extends, right? in the second loop?
No, in Ketsui, there's only 2 scoring extends. There's one at 20 mil and one at 45 mil. Usually, super players will get the first extend at the end of stage 1. They're going to get like 21, 22 million, and they're going to get 45 million before the stage, before the end of stage 2. Maybe during the boss or during the end, right before the boss.
And then you get the 2 hidden extends.
Because that extra.
Ooh, PKE got hit.
Stage 3. Sorry, that extend after the stage 2. Oh my god. Just 2 chain deaths. That's brutal. He has 3 lives going into stage 5, and that's going to be pretty rough. Here the stage 4 boss has a little safe spot for the first phase. You can just like pretty much
nice
get on top of the screen and like go left and right.
So you know this pattern here that PKE is dodging, where it's the sort of ladder one?
Yeah.
That's a little bit randomized, isn't it? Is it a little bit
random?
Yeah. So I always struggle on that pattern because depending on what I get, you know, can really determine. Oh, Moglar got hit on that. That's a tough pattern though. The disco ball.
The loop 2 version of the funnels is very, very difficult.
Yeah.
And then you have the lines that become 3-way spreads, and that's nastier. I don't know how they dodge it consistently. The thing that's really brutal is going to be like this little disco ball here. Like the lines are the gaps are very narrow, and it's like 1.5 speed.
You can see him just tap dodging like no tomorrow.
Here they're both getting to the spinning pattern.
They're just going to bomb it, right?
Whether or not, yeah, Moglar's going to bomb. That pattern is very difficult to dodge, especially if the spirals go the other way, because that can actually happen. And when that happens, it's impossible to dodge. So they're just going to bomb it in the middle and be very safe.
Is that just random if it'll switch directions or not?
I have no idea. It just does it sometimes. I think it has to do with the rate at which you're tapping. The boss probably thinks that you're tapping the other way, and it'll like launch like the spirals going in the opposite direction. So here they both have like 3 lives going into stage 2-5, and that's gonna be pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Stage 2-5 is incredibly brutal in the loop.
They do have that scoring extend, which is not scoring extend, that hidden extend, which is nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fake extend. Or whatever it's called.
Going through the little red pattern there. It's got a little safe spot in the middle from the stage 5 golden bat. Nice.
Yeah, I always think whenever you do oh man, he got nailed. Whenever you do safe spots in the second loop of cave games, in kind of a pressured situation, you always kind of second guess yourself for just a moment, like, oh shit, it still works, right? I remember doing that in Dononbachi a lot, where it's like, okay, when I'd have a good run, I'd say, okay, this safe spot should work, and I'll just close my eyes and pray that it does. So they both took some damage, but they're both going. They're both still there. Ooh, what do you think about PKE's resources right now?
Oh my god, I have no idea.
Because he's got to get through Doom. I guess we should clarify that. So Moglar is an emote, so he does not have to fight Doom. But PKE does.
Oh wait, he's actually out of extends.
Oh man,
he's at no lives right now. He's probably gonna get this extend here.
Got to get that extend. Crucial. I'm nervous for him. He got it. Okay, so he's got a little bit of a safety cushion. Obviously...
I still want to see him make it to Doom.
Yeah, like, obviously, it's really tight. But I always know, in these situations, when you get into, like, these clutch moments, having that extend in your back pocket is a little bit of comfort. It's like, okay,
yeah, definitely.
It's a little bit of comfort there.
This is what I call the calm before the storm, because if you thought that the second half of stage 1-5 was hard, wait till you see the second half of stage 2-5.
I'm dreading
Especially in Ura.
Yeah, I'm dreading it.
Yeah, the second stage, the loop 2 nightmares is crazy.
Still, so far, an amazing run from both of these players making it this far. Both of them made the loop. So...
Yeah, we even got to see an Ura loop.
Definitely respectable performances so far.
We were predicting that both of them were going to like emote because they're going to do some crazy stuff, like crazy stunts, and they were going to get nailed for them.
Plus, you know, the live setting, man, you can never underestimate how powerful that is.
6 million loop 1 is kind of crazy, and so is 250. So like 250 mil loop 1 is already like pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, he had a bomb there because he was getting walled by the revenge bullets. There's a little bit of a difference between the Zako patterns for Omote and Ura. In Omote, they actually they fire 3-way spreads, and in Ura they just fire.
Here comes
bullets.
the elevator from Moglar, or whatever it's called, the descent. I always call it the elevator, but yeah. This is where they gotta scroll backwards, breaks the PS2. Oh man, he got.
It's actually not the backwards scrolling that breaks the PS2. That's a meme.
I know.
Actually breaks the PS2.
Don't take it away from me.
The thing that actually breaks the death. The thing that actually breaks the PS2 is that during the descent, the game actually tries to load 2 parts of the stage at once.
Right.
And the game can't do that without just taking like extra slowdown, and they wanted to emulate it properly, so they're just like, nah, we're not gonna. But yeah, PKE actually got through that nightmare.
Yeah, I mean, so it's still on the table. It's looking tough, but it's still on the table that he gets the clear.
Got one bomb. He's gonna have to use it during this Landmaster Rush section.
Yeah.
Because the revenge bullets get so crazy that you actually just have to bomb. See, he's gonna tap there, and then he's gonna bomb, and he's gonna dodge back.
What's really interesting about Ketsui compared to the Dodonpachi games is that, bombs are, much more viable in this game than in, DDP, where it's just like, turn off the console after you bomb in DDP, basically.
I can't imagine what would happen if Ketsui actually had, like, as punishing of a maximum bomb bonus as Dodonpachi, because the loops just wouldn't be doable. There are patterns where you actually just have to auto bomb.
Yeah.
And I can't believe it, but like PKE is actually doing pretty well. He's no missed to.
Oh man, commentator's curse.
Oh.
These.
I just saw that.
Yeah, these fake.
He's probably gonna.
Fake ships are tough.
Bomb for safety. Because he has no lives going into 2-5 of Vacaneer, and he has to do this perfectly.
So why did he bomb there? Right there. Why did he do that?
Ooh. I think he was being trapped by the revenge bullets.
Right.
Yeah, because 2-5 of Vacaneer is crazy. Just look at this first pattern.
Yeah. Oh man, PKE down.
The end of that pattern because it is crazy. Oh.
So now our boy Mog, he's still doing it. And
he doesn't continue actually, PKE. Why doesn't he just continue and show us Doom? Too bad.
He's like, nah, homies. You guys want to see Doom? Do it yourself.
Crazy run though.
Man, what a run though.
Oh
Made
my
it.
God, Moglar might actually beat him. He might actually beat him by virtue of like beating a Vacaneer.
Come on, Moglar. That would be sick. That he, hung it, because I like how he hung in there, even though he had that huge setback and fell into a mote. Though, on Moglar's end, he's probably sitting there thinking, there's no way PKE made it Ura.
Another day in the office.
Yeah.
Every stream, he just makes it a mote.
Yeah, he did it.
Okay, so the final score comparison. Let's look. 41. What did PKE get?
I don't think a comparison's fair just because they got into 2 different loops. But
it's fair in Shmup Slam.
That's Moglar. 4-12.
They both won.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not really.
I think we won because we got this Ura loop live.
I still think PKE won, right? That was 43?
Yeah.
So PKE still had it.
Won. If that was a battle, then yeah.
Wow, what a killer demonstration. They both made it to the final section there. So, I mean, that's, like I said before my run, just to prepare everyone that Shmup demonstrations are not like, just a little time loss here or there. You make a mistake, you die. So,
yeah,
absolutely
the
brutal.
Safety strap for Shmups is just get good.
Basically.
That's safety in a nutshell. It's like, just get good.
Yeah. So, amazing gameplay from both of these guys.
Yeah, that was incredible.
That went really well. I'm super happy.
Yeah. Honestly, it's actually just kind of rare seeing PKE make it to Ura. But it just goes to show that, if he, uses some of the safer strats. He's very consistent.
Man, that
like,
was...
Ura in a live setting is like the epitome of marathon unsafetiness.
Yeah. Wow, what a killer run.
Yeah.
I don't know. We always need to like bask in their glory a little bit here. What was that, Plasmo?
It looks like we just broke 300 viewers.
Holy crap, really?
Yeah, apparently.
That's crazy. That's a world record right there.
Yeah.
It feels like it anyway. My stream has never had anything close to that.
Play right here.
That's awesome. Okay, so let's take a look at who's coming up next, shall we?
Yeah, sure.
So let me pull it up here on my phone, because if I do it on the stream, y'all get to see my browser and all that sort of thing. So let's take a look.
So next is Omco with Judgment Silversword.
Oh, nice. So Judgment Silversword is like, maybe it needs to be like a Shmup Slam tradition, because it was in both 1 and 2. Like every year I make someone play it.
Omco.
And then make the publisher, don't donate to the stream.
Just saying, all you have to do in order to like make it a Shmup Slam, as I can attest, is just play DOJ white label, try to grind for the 2-all, and then everything else is just easy.
Right, there you go.
Like, that's what he did for Callus Cup. He just, like, pretty much wrecked all the games. He just 1CC'd. He did, like, 12 straight 1CCs in a month.
Yeah, the dude is a hidden boss. I love showing players like Omcall that, maybe most people outside the shmup scene would not know who he is, but there's some seriously talented players, as we'll see going through this list, because there's a lot of them, that, the public might not know about. Who are these people?
Yeah. Okay,
awesome. What a great run. Okay, so I'll flip over to the pending screen for a bit, and we'll get Omcall Judgment Silversword loaded up. Well, let's see who's on commentary for that, shall we?
Yeah, it's gonna be it's probably gonna be Turska.
Let's take a look. Plasmo, Maximo, and Dungeon Toaster.
Oh, not Turska. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually what I see for Judgment Silversword, when Omcall's talking about it in Discord, is Turska's freaking like grilling him like he's a tiger mom or something like that.
Do me proud, son.
Why didn't you do this world? Like, why didn't you do this? It's world record tier, but it's pretty easy.
Oh, that's funny. I think it's well, he did it in Slam 1, so maybe it become, like I said, next year or next time around, Omcall needs to grill the next guy.
Eschatos for ESA actually. It's pretty cool seeing not only 1 but 2 demonstrations at a speedrunning event.
Yeah. I was trying to find the vid for that last night, like the ESA one. I couldn't find it. Do you know if it's up yet?
It's not up yet.
I don't think it's up yet.
Okay.
You can probably watch Twitch VODs.
Okay. So, in the YouTube version of this video y'all are watching, I will link that, because definitely worth checking out. Well, actually, in the YouTube version of his run, I'll link that, so y'all should check that out. Okay, so we'll kick it to a break. See you in a bit. Man, that was great. That was great. That was really good. I think it went super well. We bullied Plasmo a little bit, unfortunately, but Plasmo's got a lot of commentary duties, so he'll have his chance to bully you back. Well, you've earned the Medal of Honor. Yeah. In the end, I'll make it like an end summary video for the vent, and I'll mention that you went... Oh, huh. No, the classified information! Nuke the VOD, now! Nuke it! Yeah, I heard. I gave all the classified info away, so... Okay, I'm turning my mic off now.